A reading from the Acts of the Apostles. On the day of Pentecost, Peter stood up with the 11, raised his voice, and proclaimed, "You who are Jews, indeed all of you staying in Jerusalem, let this be known to you, and listen to my words. You who are children of Israel, hear these words. Jesus the Nazarene was a man commended to you by God with mighty deeds, wonders, and signs, which God worked through him in your midst, as you yourselves know. This man, delivered up by the set plan and foreknowledge of God, you killed, using lawless men to crucify him. But God raised him up, releasing him from the throes of death, because it was impossible for him to be held by it. For David says of him, 'I saw the Lord ever before me. With him at my right hand I shall not be disturbed. Therefore my heart has been glad, and my tongue has exulted. My flesh too will dwell in hope, because you will not abandon my soul to the netherworld, nor will you suffer your Holy One to see corruption. You have made known to me the paths of life. You will fill me with joy in your presence.' My brothers, one can confidently say to you about the patriarch David that he died and was buried. His tomb is in our midst to this day. But since he was a prophet and knew that God had sworn an oath to him that he would set one of his descendants upon his throne, he foresaw and spoke of the resurrection of the Christ, that neither was he abandoned to the netherworld, nor did his flesh see corruption. God raised this Jesus. Of this we are all witnesses. Exalted at the right hand of God, he poured forth the promise of the Holy Spirit that he received from the Father, as you both see and hear." The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Keep me safe, O God. You are my hope. Keep me, O God, for in you I take refuge. I say to the Lord, my Lord, you are. O Lord, my allotted portion, my cup, you it is who hold fast my lot. Keep me safe, O God, you are my hope. I bless the Lord who counsels me. Even in the night my heart exhorts me. I set the Lord ever before me. With him at my right hand I shall not be disturbed. Keep me safe, O God, you are my hope. Therefore my heart is glad and my soul rejoices. My body too abides in confidence. Because you will not abandon my soul to the netherworld, nor will you suffer your faithful one to undergo corruption. Keep me safe, O God, you are my hope. You will show me the path to life, fullness of joys in your presence, to the delights at your right hand forever. Keep me safe, O God, you are my hope. The Lord be with you, and with your spirit. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Glory to you, O Lord. Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went away quickly from the tomb, fearful, yet overjoyed, and ran to announce the news to his disciples. And behold, Jesus met them on their way and greeted them. They approached, embraced his feet, and did him homage. Then Jesus said to them, "Do not be afraid. Go, tell my brothers to go to Galilee, and there they will see me." While they were going, some of the guard went into the city and told the chief priests all that had happened. The chief priests assembled with the elders and took counsel. Then they gave a large sum of money to the soldiers, telling them, "You are to say, his disciples came by night and stole him while we were asleep. And if this gets to the ears of the governor, we will satisfy him and keep you out of trouble." The soldiers took the money and did as they were instructed. And this story has circulated among the Jews to the present day. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. I love St. Mary Magdalene. She's a saint, a woman that I've prayed with often, and I find myself still drawn to her on this Monday after Easter. She's just a beautiful soul, a beautiful character in the Gospels. A sinner, a woman who was looking for more in her life and found it in Jesus, and then wants more of Jesus, is hungering for the Lord, hungering for the contemplative life. And at the end, she'll get this. The legend had it, Mary Magdalene, after the ascension, the apostles go their separate ways to the corners of the earth. Mary ends up in Rome, and then she's exiled to southern France. And she spends the rest of her days in a cave as basically a contemplative sister, if you will, a hermit, praying and embracing the Lord's feet, if you will, in prayer. Well, here she and the other Mary go quickly from the tomb, and we hear that they're fearful, yet overjoyed. Fearful, yet overjoyed. Joy is a sign of the Christian disciple. And it's a sign certainly of Mary. Now, joy is not happiness strictly. Happiness can come and go, right? You're instantly happy when you have a good meal or something exciting happens. But joy is something deeper. It's sort of like peace, but it's got a flavor to it that the peace doesn't necessarily have. Not that peace is a bad thing. Joy is like a deep satisfaction, a deep knowledge and trust that you're doing God's will. And what's paradoxical about joy is you can be in the midst of suffering and pain, or like we hear, fearful, yet overjoyed. So joy is this undercurrent going on in your soul amidst all the external sufferings and pains, and you can be in the desert, the spiritual desert, while being joyful. It's going on in your heart because we have the Lord. Only God can provide true joy. He's not always going to provide happiness, but again, joy is something different. Joy is better. And so we can have fears as well. Think of all the fears that you have in your life. Mary, of course, was fearful that she lost Jesus, but that she had given everything to the Lord, and now that was all gone in a puff of smoke. But it's not. She'll see the Lord. So we can have fear. We can lift that to God. Jesus, of course, always says, "Do not be afraid." After the resurrection, and so we can allow Him instead to place that joy in our hearts and replace it with the fear that was there before. If this is something you struggle with, struggle to have that joy. If you struggle like Mary did in sin, or if you want more of Jesus, but you don't feel like you're getting it. If you want to be a better evangelizer, that is, you want to share that joy, you want to introduce people to the Lord, just like Peter did in our first reading, well, and so on, then Mary Magdalene is the saint to pray with. Just let her be by your side today and this Easter week. I always imagine her soul as a deep, still lake. Let her share the stillness of the waters of her heart with yours to settle you in to that relationship, that permanent relationship to God, and give you the joy that never ends. Amen.